I absolutely loved the film known as Wild Things. It was one hell of a thriller with some serious drama and hot gals. Now, let's talk about its sequel, which came on TV 20 years ago. Here's my review of Wild Things 2. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2004 erotic thriller Wild Things 2, released by Destination Films and, and produced Drew Mandalay Entertainment, who presented the first film, released through Columbia, and Magic Hour Pictures. The film originally premiered on TV first on March 6, 2004 on Encore Mystery, and then a month and a half later it got released on DVD. The film was directed by Jack Perez, written by Andy Hurst and Ross Helford. It's a sequel to 1998's Wild Things and stars Susan Ward, Leila Arcieri, and Isaiah Washington, plus Linden Ashby. If you haven't seen my review of the original film, check it out by clicking on that card. Well, I don't. Well, it's not a factual continuation, but it does continue in South Florida, like the first film. Well, in Florida. Well, you get the point, right? Great. Now that's over with. Here's the story. Brittany Havers, a South Florida high school senior, lives with her wealthy stepfather, Niles Dunlap, after her mother ran her car off the road in Gator Alley and was presumably eaten by alligators a year earlier. When Dunlap is killed in a private plane crash, his will calls for Brittany to receive a small stipend until she finishes college, after which she will receive only $25,000 a year for life from the estate. The rest of Dunlap's assets, totaling $70 million, are to be left to a corporate trust unless a blood heir can be found. Brittany's brash, relatively poor classmate Maya King suddenly claims to be Dunlap's illegitimate daughter as a result of her mother's extramarital affair. She is ordered by a judge to submit to a DNA test, the result of which proves she is Dunlap's child. At the Dunlap home, Brittany hears a noise on her way to the wine cellar, but it turns out to be rats. Suddenly, Maya appears and the girls reveal they are lovers before being joined by Dr. Julian Haynes, who had arranged the DNA test. The trio are in cahoots, running a scam to secure and share Dunlap's fortune. Insurance investigator Terrence Bridge, investigating the circumstances of the plane crash, finds out from Dunlap's medical records that Dunlap had scarlet fever as a child, one of the side effects of which can be sterility, and asks Dr. Haynes how Dunlap could have fathered a child. Dr. Haynes gets nervous about the plot unraveling and contacts Maya after he agrees to meet her and Brittany that night at the docks where Maya shoots and the two girls dispose of his body in Gator Alley. After Bridge learns the entire affair was planned, he shows up at the Dunlap home and demands half the money in return for not going to the police. Brittany, refusing to give up any money, gets a gun and points at Bridge, but instead kills Maya. She tells Bridge that he has to earn his half. He loads Maya's body into the trunk of his car, and he and Brittany drive out to dispose of it. Now, this one, I don't think it's that many reviews, so I will not give you the rest of the movie story, so I'm just going to leave you hanging on by a thread. Anyway, so I will not be giving you the rest of the film. It just kind of feels like a sort of factual retread, but of the first film in a way, but with a few differences though. So what do I think of Wild Things 2? Well, it's not quite as good as the first film, but it tries to do its extreme best. The film sits at a mere 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's understandable. But there's not too much of reviews to talk about, so I'll just go ahead and say that I do like the film a little bit, not as much as the first, but it does have a pretty good set of two great gals, though, in it. Playing Brittany is Susan Ward, who I recently saw her in films like The In Crowd and Shallow Hal. Playing Maya is Leila Arcieri, who, of course, most people would know her from FX's comedy series from Howard Stern, Son of the Beach. She also appeared in Daddy Daycare as well. Playing Terrence is Isaiah Washington, who recently appeared in Ghost Ship. And Linden Ashby played Detective Morrison, and Anthony Dennison played Niles Dunlap. Joe Michael Burke played Dr. Haynes. So, from what I've seen, the cast is fine and what have you. The score from Andrew Feltenstein and John Nell was fine and what have you. Just not quite as good, but not quite as good as the first film. But it tries, but again, tries to do its extreme best. At the end credits, it does show some alternate clips or just what have you, just like the first film did. I will say that was a pretty good aspect of the film. But I still think I do have a respect for the film because of its atmosphere being in the swamps and south and parts of South Florida and what have you. So anyway, this is going to be a little bit of a short review and what have you. All I can say is, from my point of view, Wild Things 2 can be a hit or miss and what have you. So I consider this to be a little bit of a mixed bag, but I do like it though. But as I've said already, not as much as the first one. The first Wild Things will always be the best one. After this, there will be a sequel to this in Wild Things Diamonds in the Rough, aka Wild Things 3, which I will be talking about later on next week, along with the fourth film, Wild Things Foursome. So overall, I found this film to be pretty decent enough, but not quite close to as much as I liked the first film. But overall, it was good. So, with everything said, would I recommend Wild Things 2? I'd say give it a one-time watch. If you like the first film, I'd say you could give the dice a roll and give Wild Things 2 a shot. So that's all of this I'm going to give to you because, like I said, I'm not going. This film I don't think has gotten that many reviews here on YouTube, so I'm just gonna play it safe and just give you most of the story, but not the rest of it though. So if you want to know the rest of the story, you're gonna have to watch the film. Sorry. So that's all I'm gonna tell you. So what did you think of Wild Things 2? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow, and make the views grow. We'll have another video coming up soon. If you like this, consider checking out my reviews of these films with two of the stars of this film. To see more Susan Ward, check out my review of The In Crowd. For more Isaiah Washington, check out my review of Ghost Ship. Or if you would like maybe something else though, that's my that also got some direct to video sequels or direct to TV sequels. You can, which I'll be talking about soon. Check out my review of the original version of this, Cruel Intentions. And in the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.